So assuming you're actually capable of reading, unlike just a robot apparently.
I have the worst case of dyslexia in the world. Yeah, my dyslexia. However, I'm dyslexic.
I'm going to run off the assumption that you actually read the title, read the thumbnail, and know exactly what I'm going to be talking about. I'm going to be responding here to Just a Retard's very stupid response to the overarching drama of everybody going after him in regards to the Synnibear situation. And if you don't know, Synnibear is a retard that tried to groom some kid, and it was a whole ordeal that I really didn't care about and didn't find particularly interesting or worth even covering. And so as a result, I'm going to be very blunt with you, I will not be responding to every single agonizing second of his almost 50-minute long ramble fest of all the excuses he could muster to justify why he is somehow innocent of any and all charges associated with him as of late. Instead, I cut it down to some crucial parts. Good examples of things right up front that I'm going to be ignoring is shit like, I don't know, his garbage take on how to get women.
I'm gonna be honest here, being sexist towards women, even if it's done in a joking way, is not a good way to get them to fall for you.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're on about, Jar, but I gotta say, right up front, I've gotten a lot of pussy by simply just being a sexist, egomaniacal prick. So I don't know what the fuck you're on about. You're a fucking retard. But secondly, the other thing I'm going to be ignoring is his attempt to combat the fart fetish allegation.
Now, some people have accused me of having a fart fetish from this image, even though I think it's the only fart image I've ever sent, and I sent it because I thought it was funny, not because I thought it was hot.
That said, I want to point out that his entire video, all 48 minutes of it, could have been reduced to this clip and everything would have been fine.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I fucked up. I really dropped the ball on this situation. I can't even say that I was manipulated or enabled to get involved with the cine drama, because both my roommate and my girlfriend and even my neighbor told me that what I was doing was stupid and reckless. Even I knew that defending someone from the Art CC with allegations this serious would more than likely go bad for me. I, along with everybody who was close to me, expected me to get some backlash. But not this much backlash. They're not even telling me they told me so because they didn't even expect it to get this bad. But before I get into what's going on and all the allegations against me, I would like to apologize to a few people. I would like to apologize to my girlfriend, my roommate, and my neighbor for not listening to them. You guys know me best, and you were looking out for my best interest. I should have listened to you guys, and now I'm facing the consequences for my actions. I would like to apologize to my editor Lorenzo for any backlash he might have faced from editing my video. Even you were worried about things going wrong after I released the video, and I'm sorry for making you edit it in the first place. I hope the extra money I gave you can make up for my mistake. I would like to apologize to Eno for how my video affected her. You were so young, and no one should go through that at your age. Along with anyone who might have been made uncomfortable by things I've said in my video. And I'm also sorry to my fans for disappointing them. What I did was incredibly stupid, and I understand if you unsubscribed from me.
Yeah, so that's an okay response to all of this. It's short and sweet, and really how it should have ended. But no, of course it doesn't end there. He's gotta go full retard at every single opportunity. For example, we have here our first lie.
I'm not upset with everybody who has made a video on me, because I can understand where a lot of them are coming from.
Why is that a lie, you might be asking? Well, to answer that question, may I introduce to you a montage of prolific whining throughout this entire 48-minute video I'm responding to here, where he shows the exact opposite of not being upset with everyone.
Often when I upload a video on YouTube, I get anxiety. I think to myself, oh no, this is the video that's going to get me cancelled. Hopefully it will go over well. But I do understand that I say off-the-cuff stuff all the time, and that I'm autistic. Me getting cancelled was never a question of if it would happen, but when. I was never foolish enough to believe that I would be the only autistic man on the internet to never get cancelled. With everybody yelling at me and all the videos made on me, I started questioning my reality. I won't lie, this whole drama has not been fun for me to go through. I joined the losing side in a big drama, and the people people I joined tried to sabotage me and destroy me. Someone told me that more videos have been made on me than Synni. I don't know if that's true or not, but it feels true. I know there are people who haven't made a video on Synni, but did make a video on me. Being more hated than a groomer is not a good feeling. A lot of YouTubers I'm subscribed to made videos on me. Not only did they make videos on me, but those videos did really well for their channels. It felt like even the algorithm was against me. When you take every single mistake anyone has ever made and line them up in a row, we all look like monsters. This drama has shown me one thing: people for years couldn't wait to see my downfall. And it sucks to know that.
And that wasn't even all the examples of him saying shit like that in the video. That's just the better examples. There are many more. It is evident that he is very upset by this. But before we get to the copium, we must first talk about what his stance is on Synnibear to date. Has it changed? Has his point of view shifted at all? Well, the answer to that is quite simply, no, not really.
The biggest problem with my video draft about Synni by far is how soft I went on her. I regret that even more now due to the fact that new information has been released about Synni. I don't like being lied to, especially by people who wanted my help, but I fell for what she told me, being the gullible fool that I am. I didn't believe that Synni is a pedo, and I still don't believe she's a pedo.
Hey dipshit, could you please explain to me and everybody else how Synnibear could not be a pedophile but also be a groomer? I mean, you wrote on the screen, but you can make the case that she's a groomer. How can you make a case that somebody's a groomer without also making the case that they're a pedophile? Could you also explain how you can hold that stance while simultaneously saying what you say in the following clip?
Synni is a repeat offender to a very disturbing degree.
So to add to the question, how can Synnibear simultaneously not be a pedophile, but instead be a groomer with a history of attempting to groom minors, whilst again not being a pedophile? Make that make sense. And so to recap real quick, he opens his video with a roughly 1-minute apology that was actually not that bad, that he could have ended the entire video with and been fine, but then decides to undermine it a little bit by lying immediately afterwards, claiming he is not upset with his critics. And then he moves on from there to then saying shit like, I think she's a groomer, but not a pedophile, as if there's any universe in which that makes any sense at all whatsoever. And so, as a result of all of this, you might be asking, well, why did he even get involved in the first place? What was the reasoning for that? Well, the answer to why he got involved at all in the first place, according to him, is very simple. It's his scapegoat, Kumo.
When I saw Kumo coming to the same conclusions about Synni that I came to, along with witnessing him beating a few people in debates about it, I thought he might have been onto something, so I decided that I should help her as well.
You see, that clip in of itself would be fine as an explanation for why he got involved, but that's not enough for him, right? He's got to take it that step further and continue to attack Kumo. And to make things perfectly clear, by the way, I'm not even sweeping for Kumo in this video. Before we continue on, I'm going to make that clear for all you fucking weirdo zoomers. I actually made a video criticizing Kumo. Number one, it feels a bit hypocritical of Kumo to have flagged that video down, given the fact that Kumo had actually just re-uploaded Jar's Synnibear video. Now, many people could make the argument that video in question was edited and therefore fair use. But in my opinion, I feel that calling it fair use because of those edits is a bit questionable at best. And the second, more pressing issue that I take with Kumo doing the DMCA shit is the fact that once you do that, for dubious reasons, it is not a stretch to assume that you would do that to basically anybody. I have been very blunt and very vocal about my criticisms of Kumo throughout that entire Synnibear drama. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I should just sit back and watch as Jar uses him, or anybody for that matter, as a scapegoat to the extreme of even lying about things that Kumo had done. Why lie when there's enough already there to criticize about Kumo?
Unfortunately, the last draft that I was still in the middle of adding stuff to was leaked by Kumo, and I panicked uploaded what I had. As you can see from this screenshot, which is of my Synni video, I uploaded it unlisted on October 10th, which was a Tuesday, and the actual Synni video was planned to go live on Sunday, but then Kumo leaked this version of the video, so I foolishly decided to upload this version because the other one still wasn't finished.
That entire clip would have been perfectly fine if it weren't for the fact that he lied through his fucking teeth. If you look at the screenshot that he provided, he shows his video that's unlisted at 1 hour and 30 minutes long. Kumo uploaded an edited version that was a little over 40 minutes long. Now bear in mind, I am not in favor of Kumo doing even that, but regardless, he is making the claim that Kumo just uploaded his version on his YouTube channel with no edits or anything of any kind. That he just copy and pasted it to his own channel. And that isn't true. That's a lie, and he fucking knows it.
Kumo uploading my video ruined a lot of things for me. It kept me from reaching out to Jack and doing further research on the topic. Even if I didn't upload my unfinished draft, I still would have received a ton of backlash. Just not as much backlash as I'm receiving now.
He is saying that Kumo editing that video, uploading it to his own fucking channel, a video that's almost half the length of the original video, somehow drastically ruined his ability to have an intelligent and smart take on Synnibear. He is blaming Kumo for his own fucking mental disease. Don't worry, like most things, it gets worse. And what I mean by that is he decides to also then give a more detailed example of exactly how Kumo completely fucked him over.
Just to give you an example of the extra research I could have done on Synni, this doc was released on the same day Kumo uploaded my video onto his channel. Unlike the other two docs, it's short and straight to the point. If I saw this, I would have held off on uploading my video to do extra research. But because of what Kumo did, I panicked and uploaded what I had. When I uploaded the Synni video to my channel, all I could think about was how unprepared I was for this situation.
So to recap what he's saying here, he's saying if Kumo had not have uploaded that heavily edited version of his video, what would have happened is that he would have been able to talk to Jack, aka Birdie, and therefore had a more rounded view of the entire situation. He would have gotten a lot less heat for his uneducated take. He, on top of that, would have been able to see a document that released the same day, as if that video magically stopped him from doing that. But on top of that, Kumo uploading it forced him to upload his own video publicly. So it's not even his responsibility for his decision to upload that video, it's Kumo's fault. However, like most things, it gets even worse as Just a Reject decides it would be a bright idea to contradict the entire reason he sided with Kumo at all in the first place by attempting to give further clarity on his mentality at the time, which actually only serves to completely contradict the entire reason he gave in the first place and make himself look like an absolute fucking moron.
It all started when I had to deal with the very poorly photoshopped allegations of grooming a 13-year-old girl. He seemed to believe they were real more than anyone else I talked to about them, and it took me a few minutes to convince him that they were clearly poorly photoshopped. You see, once Kumo is a little suspicious that you might be a pedo or a groomer, he's gonna hold on to that opinion forever. This is stupidly one of the main reasons as to why I thought he was onto something when it came to the Synnibear 03 drama. I thought to myself, if this guy has such a low bar to call someone a pedo or a groomer, but he doesn't think this person's a groomer, then he's probably right. Basically, I thought maybe I should listen to the least charitable guy being charitable for once.
He is literally stating, before your eyes, that he chose to side with Kumo in spite of the fact that Kumo once directly accused him of wanting to boink a 13-year-old. That's interesting, and foreshadowing. What this retard decides to do is pretend like he had absolutely no idea about any of Kumo's history at all whatsoever, in his further attempt to just ram Kumo into the fucking dirt so that he himself can look better in the wake of everybody's entirely justified criticism of his defense of Synnibear.
At first, people said it was not only okay, but a good thing that Kumo leaked an early draft of my video before it was ready. They claimed he only did it to keep me from uploading my video, which isn't the best strategy in my opinion, and also I don't think what Kumo did has ever worked, like, ever. But people seem to start walking back on this claim once they realized that Kumo wasn't all there.
None of you know what the fuck you're even talking about! You keep twisting the context!
So there's a lot to address there. Number one, and this is very important, everybody knew that Kumo was crazy. Kumo, if you ever spoke to him, would tell you he is crazy. In fact, he would tell you that he's schizophrenic. In the video that he clipped that from, Kumo was talking about how he's schizophrenic. So to sit there and pretend like people were just figuring it out, as if to imply that you were just now figuring it out, that's a bit disingenuous. Actually, no, it's not. It's lying. The second thing I want to point out about that clip is pulled from a video of Kumo's, where Kumo is addressing a controversy surrounding him and some girl that cut his name in her thigh. I could not give less a fuck about what two gooners do in a fucking group chat with fucking razor blades. Not my leg, not my fetish, not my problem. To sit there and pretend like you didn't already know this before siding with Kumo and that Synnibear drama is absolutely insane, is absolutely disingenuous, an absolute lie, and makes you an absolute fucking scumbag. And with that said, there is still yet one more clip of him being just a scumbag.
Kumo, unprompted mind you, leaked his own DMs with Synni, and they looked even worse than mine. I don't know what he was thinking, he kind of just nuked us both. Then people found out more stuff about Kumo, such as the leg cutting incident.
Oh yeah, people just magically found out. It's not like commentary didn't already know that. It's not like the ACC didn't already know that. It's not like X thousand people didn't watch my video talking about it, or X amount of people watching Ephraim's video talking about it, or X amount of people watching Lyo's video talking about it, or X amount of people watching Doc on the Radio's video going over it. Fucking nobody knew about it magically until Kumo decided to fuck you over because you are most obviously the main character, right? Now, the truth is, Just a Rectum is a perfect example of exactly why we need to bring eugenics into our society.